2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 videos that we're gonna show. Ooh, I can't wait.
Well, we
Good
don't need to
evening,
see all of
everyone.
them.
Well, why not? That's gonna take the hour.
Well, we only doing an hour. You know, didn't you say we were gonna start off with
Oh
like
yeah,
yeah. I can't remember what, but we were supposed to start off with like how we doing, current events or whatever, and then
yeah. Well, we'll get through as many as we can, and then
witty
whatever
banter.
we don't get into, then we'll just show them the next time. Easy peasy,
Yes.
lemon squeezy. We just now have a catalog of ones that you'll be able to see. So if you also want to see these like later on, you're more than welcome to. But we have some of our guests that are running late right now, but it's okay. That's why we have 5 hosts. Oh, sorry, co-host, and Christopher Michael is the host. I apologize,
Right. Don't
but
forget it.
I
Don't
apologize.
don't you forget it.
So sorry of me. One, thank you so much for coming to Austin Poetry Slams podcast, episode
Woohoo!
9. What? This is like almost kind of a habit that we're having right now.
Hey, and I'm not doing schoolwork right now.
What? I am not as well doing schoolwork. Isn't that crazy?
What?
I
That's
did my
crazy.
defense of my thesis, and I my master's is in the mail. The check is checking. So
I'm so glad I don't have to do a thesis for my master's. That was one
thank
of the
you.
discouraging factors of me going to get a graduate degree. Like, I don't want to do that.
How are you doing, Mr. Hatcher over there?
And I am great. I am in awe that there's so many educated, talented people. We all got masters. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Who would have thunk it? I'm
Who would
only
have
like
thought it?
second generation. My mom decided to go for the gold, and so I don't know if I will ever catch up with her. But yeah, shout out to people getting advanced degrees, man, and believing in the whole education system a little
I
bit
started
more.
a discussion on my nurse Facebook thread asking if anybody had a doctorate and if they were how they felt about it, and the reviews were mixed. It was like, yeah, do it. Other half was like, hell no, it's a waste of money.
That's the way I feel about my masters.
I mean, I feel I'm a bit like now that I have it. I mean, I'm happy I did it. I could put the little thing at the end of my name, m.ed. That's dope. But like, if it wasn't for me wanting to be in higher positions one day in education, I probably wouldn't have got it. To be completely honest, master's degrees at
So,
this point kind of like a bachelor's. Like everybody got
so the
kind of got.
master's degree I need so I can teach at the university level when I retire. So the master's degree was my retirement plan. But the doctorate, it's just because I want people to call me doctor.
Yeah,
It's pure ego. I don't need it for anything else. I just want to be doctor nurse.
there's no job that I would get in education that I actually need a doctoral for. But the point that I could get one
Right,
is really like the flex.
right,
Because people really, and I know docs, I mean, I've met plenty of them. They're not all like super smart. They just kept going to school.
right.
And eventually they was like, well, I guess you get a paper that say you're a
So
doctor.
I had the position that I'm in the civilian world would probably require a master's. Um,
Elite.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that ain't how the military and the government work. You can get hired based on your experience, and I got a lot of
I bet.
experience.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I do kind of the doctor will also probably give me credibility if I ever want to be like a deputy, like vice president of a hospital.
Yeah.
Although my cousin was getting vice president offers when she had a bachelor's, but
I'm
they
just
weren't
saying,
paying the money.
my mama said this a long time ago. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And a lot of people are in positions that they didn't necessarily earn, but
Mm.
they in there. And some not somebody said the other day, because my mom, she works at HC. I went to school HT, and they were like nepotism. I was like, yes, if I can use it, why not? No one has
Yeah.
ever said nepotism is bad. Yes,
So,
it's bad because you don't ever have it.
or nepotism is bad when idiots get the job.
Sure,
That's when it's bad.
sure. But the concept of
But
nepotism to pull somebody else up, especially the generational deficit that we have been in for generations, like yes,
I'm for it.
if my daughter decides to go to Houston Tillotson, there's no way she would make it in. Well, she's also like brilliant, but also duh.
I specifically set out to create privilege for my children. And by privilege, I mean unearned, unwarranted favor. That don't mean they're not going to be qualified, but
Sure.
they don't. But I'm going to make sure they get indoors
Yep.
that they
Look,
didn't have to kick in. I'm like, hey, come here. The door's open. Just come on in, sit down, and luckily, well, not luckily, because I prepared you, you're qualified for the job, but you don't have to worry about me uh, uh, looking extra hard at you. You got the job, and I know you can do it. We ain't got to run no tests.
I think that's a generational shift between the generation like the ones that are in their 60s now and Gen X. I don't know what was before y'all. Baby boomers? Was baby boomers before
Baby
Gen X?
boomers before me.
Okay, so I think that's like the generational shift between baby boomers and Gen X. Is like Gen X parents, Gen baby boomers is like it was hard for me. It's gonna be hard for you. Figure it out. Good luck.
Right.
It is. Gen X parents were at least like, listen, let me just tell you what's going the pitfalls. I can't get out of the pitfall because I'm already screwed up, but I can at least tell you because as much as you have been, benefit from your experience being in the military, I am sure that you would have chosen another route to be financially stable other than being in the military. If that wasn't a
If
generational
the
thing,
option was there, yeah, I went into the military because I didn't know what else to do. I wasn't interested in college. I was barely passing high school. So I was like, yeah, this sounds easy. Let me do this.
and now you've used that privilege that you have had, that opportunity, and turned it into a privilege for your generation. And then my
Yes, I'm
children
glad you switched that up. I took advantage of opportunities and
yeah,
I created privilege.
correct,
It
correct.
wasn't no
And that's how
privilege. This is I earned what I got.
you did.
Yeah.
Your whole ranking with your whole chest. Uh, Again, thank you. Welcome to Awesome Poetry Slams podcast. You are here with five of the most brilliant human beings that I know, including myself. Here in Austin, gracing us with your presence. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but I wanted everyone to check in and see how everyone's doing. Rachel, how are you doing today?
I would just like to say that the first and only time I'm late, we start on time.
Shots fired.
She's been a little spicy lately. I just wanna let you know. You know, y'all thought Rachel was like quiet and like, oh my god, I just do cute poems and I wear cute dresses. No, there's a little fire. There's a little fire in there. So just like be calm, be cautious, protect your neck, and you might you might make it through this encounter. Anyway, but how are you doing, friend? We have
I'm
missed you.
I'm great. A little crazy right now, but other than that, it's excellent.
Why as soon as I walked in the house, I just put my scarf and my bonnet on. I was done with the day. Good night. Mr. Dave, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Now that I'm doing great now.
He said, "Strike that, reverse it."
Yeah,
Striking
no,
from
like
the record.
seriously, like being around y'all, like I feel 100% better than I have at any point earlier in my day. So
Oh, well, I'm happy that we were able to bring you some joy, friend, because joy is joy is limited at this
it's
point in
fleeting.
time.
It's hard to come by these days.
Oh
The
Lord, I'm
feeling is
just
mutual, Mr. Dave.
you look
I'm sorry.
amazing.
The feeling is mutual.
Oh,
Yeah, we love you, Mr. Dave.
We love you.
I love y'all.
Mike Hatcher, how you doing over there, sir?
I am feeling excellent. I have let go for the time being of a lot of habits that I used to do, and I am really, really present right now, and I'm enjoying that.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. And I have so many questions I can't ask online, but
Which
I'll ask
habit
later
in
what
particular?
idiom that means. He's so coded, like you don't know what that means. He could have like give up getting goats. I don't know what that means. I just
We're like,
off
yes, we
Fort
don't know what
Worth.
he's giving up. He's probably
He could
giving
have done. He's from Fort Worth. Who knows what that means? Anyway,
Oh,
Christopher Michael. Uh, oh, okay. Well, we'll find out how he's doing soon. I am a bit overwhelmed with life in general. Work is working.
it's not working.
Life
Like,
is what, and life is
Yo,
kind
I
of
heard my name. What happened? What I missed?
I was just asking how you were doing, but you had left us. You abandoned us, so I just assumed I could talk about me. But carry on, man.
Oh, it was it was a mildly trying day today. The personnel issues at the
Mhm.
workplace, but that's what I get paid the medium bucks for. So,
Right. That's what
yep,
they think supervisors do, but really we don't. People
yep,
that
yep.
have to manage other adults, we do not get paid enough.
So, and I'm not here to promote one political candidate over the other, but I'm
I am.
feeling like I can sleep at night. I'm feeling like
I
the future looks a little brighter.
It looks a little
Slightly
bit
less
like a
bleak.
slightly less bleak is a great term. We're gonna get to that
Yes. The
very
chances
soon.
of the
This
handmaid's
is
tale
true.
coming true have reduced by a couple percentage points.
more
And
becoming more true. Becoming more true.
it,
Have,
it,
have, have y'all ever read the parable of the sower?
no.
Yeah, they
You
just
should
started
read the
saying you
parable
should
of the
really
sower.
start reading Octavia Butler's like books.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're more they're science
It's
fiction. Octavia Butler is
I
one of
don't
the
know
best
if I would
writers that
call him
we've
that
ever
at this
had.
point. It like the
Parable
parable
of
of
the
the
Sower
sower
is
takes place in 2024.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah, it's
Octavia
spot on.
Butler is already with the ancestors now. So like she wrote it, she left, she said good luck guys.
She said,
I
"I
gave
said
you what
what
I
I
got. And I said what I said. So it please audiobook it. Put something.
Yeah,
Just start
no,
reading
it's
the book.
amazing. It's a really good read.
I'm looking
Um
for it.
my
Mr. Dave,
I
can
was
you turn
saying
down the blue filter on your eyes, please? It's a little distracting.
Oh, hold on.
nice.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know how to work this. It's not doing it.
Wow. Wow, good. Breakfast is coming for all of our nets today.
I'm
Yikes.
like, let
Okay.
me
Well, my brown is popping and y'all just can't see it through the
Yeah.
bless you.
Oh, it's included in my membership.
Sir, where you go? Hello? Season like that, scaring everybody.
Like that made it worse.
Okay, cool. Yes, it did.
Well,
Okay.
they're more they're baby blue. Okay.
I am doing good, but it's just been really stressful at work, and we get kids back on Monday, and so
FDK.
I mean, not anymore. Shoot, we're gonna see them on Monday. They're already texting me and telling me what they gonna wear. I said the uniform. That's great. So that we all talked about it. You're gonna wear the uniform, friends. Uh, Also, my son, I called my son, "Hey, friend, don't do this," and he said, "I'm not your friend. I'm Harlem." And so I'm really trying to like grapple with what that. He said, "I'm not your friend. Not
Hmm.
I'm
What
not
he
friend
said in kids speak was respect our relationship and our boundaries, mother.
boundaries
Yeah,
because friends don't ask friends to pick up their clothes." So
yeah.
I understand. That's fine. All right. So we after we done this beautiful check in, what section is what we're in now. The only thing I think I could think talk about right now is this ticket that has made everyone, at least like the depression, the line for depression, like here's where we were. This
It
is
was like a little serotonin boost.
man, hell is here. We were right here. We were touching it because like now we like right here. You know what I'm saying? We see a little light. It's a
The
little gas.
doomsday clock went back a couple seconds.
A couple
Yeah,
seconds
it
for
did.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it
the amount of non attack that the other side has um is laughable, and it's like the black jobs thing, the meme factory has just not stopped on the she turned black. Because here's the thing, the one thing black people not, we not serious. And we not
So what
serious.
I realized is that the reason I believe the reason that they were saying that she was saying she's Indian is because that's what she was in the press. And it was the press that was saying that she was first Indian, first Asian, because they couldn't call her the first black, so they jumped on first Indian, first
South
Indian, Asian to sensationalize it. But I
But
mean,
she has never. Kamala Harris has never said she wasn't black.
right.
We were very. I was not confused, but I was like, oh, okay. When I found out that her mama was Indian, she went to Howard University. She's a part of AKA. She black. I mean, there are a lot of non-black people in the Greek organizations, and that's a whole other conversation.
Not then. Back then, not as many
But
nearly.
not. But
But
she.
even the non-black people who are in black Greek organizations are now a part of black culture.
Ooh, I don't know about saying.
Hold on. Let's get something straight. Culture may be associated with, but it is not about race, ethnicity, nationality. There are cultures attached to those other things. But if I'm born in Japan, I'm Japanese. I'm a Japanese national. If I was raised by Japanese parents, I'm a part of Japanese culture
You are
and could
in
possibly know nothing about black culture. So black culture, anybody can be a part of black culture.
enmeshed in.
No, a part of.
Well, no, because well, if you become a part of, then you can start having criticisms and counteractions when black people that are actually part of the culture say something, and then because there's a problem.
To a degree. To a
I
degree.
think it's like I think it's just I think it's just a definition thing, and I don't think it's something that we like go to blows with. But I know for me, myself, and I that they are a guest in a house. They are not a part of the house.
yes, at best.
Yeah, they a guest for
She
sure.
said at best, like don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, because
Like not a weekend, like
and not too long ago there was a white cap. His name is Sam White, and he got a lot of popularity because a white boy was shimming. Now, has he used his platform for good in some instances? Sure, but he has outspoken sometimes on black culture when he had no place or no business to do so.
Okay, let me shoot you this scenario.
Wait, I was talking about common. Now we're talking about Greek life. Okay, go ahead.
not specifically Greek life, but just like
A black couple adopts a solidly European child.
Solid.
Solidly. 23andMe confirmed European child.
Part British.
Adopts this child. I'm talking about adopts this child before the child is even walking. And those parents live in a whole black ass neighborhood. Kid goes to a whole black ass college and school. He's just a guest.
Yep.
So there, we can even do a real life example of that.
He cannot say the N word.
Oh, okay. Now I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
That's literally the car.
He's a guest.
Look,
So-
look, I can give you a real world example of that. Paul Wall, who I love. I love Paul Wall. Ain't nothing Paul Wall can
he's
do.
fine now. He got fine.
And he's fine. I know his wife. We real cool. Like Paul Wall grew up around not black people,
Houston black people.
He grew up around. No. Okay. Now you know what I'm trying to say, and I can't say. Okay.
And Paul Wall can't say it either.
And Paul Wall cannot say it either.
I would,
And he knows that for sure because he has been asked in multiple interviews. He's like, "You'll say the N word." He's like, "That ain't my word."
now based on that, if that's the dictator of guests and not guests, I'll give in on that.
It's like that girl in that poem that said mulatto and talk like that. In that poem we saw last week.
Oh yeah, because I look at people from
She black, but
Latino cultures who are white passing and feel like they can say the N word. I'm like,
that's a whole
not even just
conversation.
Latinos that are not white passing. Like
I'm still not okay. I'm still not okay with Big Pun saying it.
No.
No.
And in New York, they say it's so his culture is so intricate. There's like American culture, there's hip hop culture, there's black culture. I know a lot of that is encompassing, and we're still trying to define what all of those things mean, especially in a country where we're all like thrown here by hook or crook and trying to figure out like how to live as peacefully and not just like bludgeon everybody to death like Game of Thrones. Because we are trying to talk things out, it is the idea of culture becomes like, which culture are we talking? Right? American. When I think of American culture, I do not think of black people. I think of red, white, and blue. My
hamburgers on
colors
the
never
type shit.
bleed or whatever. Come take, get out of my cold. That's what I think of when I hear patriotism of American culture. Right? Unless it's the Olympics. Go USA all day, every day. USA to the day I die. You know what I'm saying? Until it's the Olympics. But it is interesting that and I think we will continue to have, and I don't think that Chris's like idea of black culture, who can come in and out, is wrong. I think that is still a ever evolving conversation because eventually, if we continue to merge as one culture, country, there's nothing that like black culture is very influenced about Japanese culture. Like black Americans are very influenced by Japanese culture. Would I say that they are Japanese now because we listen to anime and we, now we have like a kind of K-pop. I wouldn't say we're a part of that culture, but I think that we are trying to create a culture, and maybe we just need to redefine what those words are.
Breaking is in the Olympics now.
Breaking is in the Olympics. Let's go. Breaking is in the Olympics. Let's go. There's the all fencing. There's an all black fencing team from France, and that is directly impacted by how many black people left the United States as soon as they could. They left America and went straight to France because somebody told them that French like this.
And let it be known, I love white culture.
I don't know what part of it. There's so many facets of that.
Captain America.
Marvel is white culture. Okay, I'll give you that. It's not ours.
I mean, it's created by and still dominated by. So yeah.
Although his show was stolen by black people because they took the metal from the black people and then made that, and then they put a weird white blue, and then we didn't know that until like 4 movies back. And I was like, dang, they really did just steal it. And how did y'all steal it? Because the country is really trying to hide themselves. Where did you get this from? Oh, another white person? Great. How did they find out? I'm confused.
No, that's not what happened.
Yeah,
King T'Chaka gave them that vibranium.
Yeah,
King T'Chaka gave him a sample of the vibranium.
I was with you. Whatever. Anyway, back on Kamala and Mr. Tim. That's why I said there's only 2 Tims I now trust, and that's Tim that comes to the Slim, and now Tim
Walls.
Walls.
Okay, one more tangent.
Yeah.
How dare you draft dodging, bone spur having ass pulls in a corporal with 4 years of military experience and dare to besmirch a command sergeant major who retired. You can retire at 20 years. He retired at 24 years, and he retired so he could run for Congress. How dare you?
Yeah.
And I think he was listen, I'm not besmirching JD Vance, but he was a correspondent. You were a reporter.
Right. Right.
Bruh.
Tim, I
got more military experience than he does. I got more government service than he does because he only spent a year in Congress or whatever. I've been doing this I got a 25-year service plaque on my wall, and I got that a couple years ago. Get the hell out of here.
Thank you for your service, Chris.
Not that wall. It's on my wall at work, at my government job.
You just keep pointing, sir, because we're going to see that wall. We're going to see that wall. We know it's there. It's on the wall.
There's
you can point wherever you want to
back there.
I'm done now.
What I was very concerned, and I think we could all like kind of give. I would like us to give what was your emotions and feelings when the announcement was made? Who was? I did watch the speech. I don't know if anybody else did.
I did.
Did anybody else get to watch it? Okay.
Yeah.
I just like I was supposed to do something and I just stopped and I was like, listen, how many times are we gonna have a black woman as like this a real viable candidate as president?
And
I still have a Chisholm Shirley sweatshirt that I will not let go, and it has holes all in it because a black woman had the audacity, and now look where we are now.
And she is so expertly stepped out of the vice president role. I forget Biden is still there and have to remind myself Kamala is not currently the president.
He is cooking right now, though.
I'm here for this new, I don't give a fuck about re-election. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Joe Biden. It is great.
Joe Biden, once he doesn't release again, I personally, my conspiracy theory has been put on tinfoil. They planned this shit before. He was never running for the second office.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
He was never gonna run. He was already sick. He done got COVID 3-4 times. He already had surgery while while they've been in office. He said, "Hey, I'm tired. What I am gonna do is stick it to them one more time."
I suspect that this was a stall tactic, so to keep the heat off of her until the last minute.
And he did it right after the RNC. He didn't even wait a good 24 hours for them to get no good press.
Yeah.
And look at the news cycle. How much of it has been for Trump?
He stole the press. He stole the news cycle from an attempted
assassinate.
Attempted in quotation marks, because I don't believe that either.
I'm just trying to listen. Joe is a lot of things. Is he old? Absolutely.
Is he slow?
But what is he not? Stupid.
Not stupid.
And this is what we have to keep.
Not stupid. He's not stupid. Listen, it may take him 2 more days than normal to think about it, but he is a tactician.
Look. Here's the thing. He is a politician to the core. This man has been doing this job for 40 years, 50 years.
Yeah.
You got to get good at it at some point. You got to get good at manipulating PNC. Remember his last speech where he, on record, had the Republicans saying that they were not going to take away Social Security? Oh, okay. Well, good. Now we're free. Perfect. Brilliant.
Got him.
That's it. Oh, you feel good about the RNC? You feeling good about your choices? You feeling good about yourself? The Lord's Day, I talked to him. That Catholic Jesus, I talked to him. I went up there. I said a couple of Hail Marys and Rose, whatever y'all do in Catholic. I'm not trying to be offensive. Sorry. But I think his wife had told him. I think the last straw that maybe Joe was trying to hold on. Maybe he was like, okay, give me until blah, and then I'll turn it over at the convention or something, like, which would have been a terrible idea. But I think Jill had to tell him, Joe, Stay on home. You're done. You were president. You had your run. Good job. His grandchildren is damn near the same age as some of these people that's trying to run for Congress right now. They said, go on, Papa, sit down.
Sit down,
And
Papa.
listen. And he listened. And I appreciate him for like stepping out of the way because he knew this was probably the only way we could get a black woman as president. It had to be through this.
Oh,
It had to be through what? What did it have to be through? So my co-host Tova has fallen off. I guess. See, what happened was she put too much spice on the black woman, and the internet was like, nah. Quiet, black woman, you're saying too much.
How dare I pressed the wrong? I got the stupid gaming mouse, and so it interfered. I don't know what else happened in the world, but I'm really grateful that we have now like hope. I didn't really have a lot of hope with Barack because I was like so young, really, when he was running. That I was like, oh, he black. I didn't really understand anything else about politics. I was like, so I'm gonna not vote for the black man, and he got a black wife, black kids. Nah, that's weird. I'm not gonna do that.
I can say I voted for Barack Obama the first time. I voted against Romney the second time.
Yeah. Because after that binders of women, I was like, so they just got a binder.
Yeah, Obama messed with my money. He really messed with my money.
Who?
Obama.
He messed with your money?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have money. So it didn't mess with nothing of mine.
No tengo dinero.
I didn't have no money. It was fine with me. Yeah. I mean, Romney, after I heard nothing good about BYU. I heard nothing good about like Utah or Mormons. And John McCain was kind of pushing it because he did defend your boy went in some debates, but yeah, it was just
John McCain was on my list because he voted down MLK Day when he was in Arizona.
Yeah.
But when he defended Barack Obama, like and defended him like a human,
yeah,
and was like, no, he's cool people. We just disagree on how to get to the same place.
Isn't it so crazy how the bar is like in hell?
So low.
He wasn't blatantly disrespectful and offensive. Like,
support. Yeah.
I listened. I watched that conversation that Trump had at the National Black Journalism, just because here's the thing. One, I hope the person that invited him is gone. Regardless of how much press now that conference has, why would you give him a platform like that? Or if the other candidate couldn't be there, then you say, hey, we're just gonna not have you on. Because it doesn't.
Well, I don't Donald said the other candidate was supposed to be there. That's what he was told, but I don't believe anything he said, so I don't know if that's true or not. They didn't confirm it.
She was already slated to talk at SG Rose Boulay. So
yeah, I doubt it. I understand why they did it because they have to appear impartial, journalistic integrity, and all that. But and honestly, at this point, platforming him it does more harm to him than anything else.
Right.
His followers are who they are. They're all unhinged. So
every time he talks, he reveals himself. They were reporting that the longer he goes without being seen or news coverage, his poll numbers go up. So we need him on as much.
That's why he's not out. Also, there's like a trail of not building, but a trail of like arenas and stuff that he owed money to.
Yes.
That's why he be having all these outdoor events.
Can you pay your bills? Can you pay your own bills?
Like $35,000, another one like $68,000. He ain't paid nobody. God, y'all keep saying he's a good businessman.
And who keeps falling for it? Like who keeps working for somebody who notoriously don't pay?
I'm just saying fear.
Fear and hope for power.
That's the problem. There is a section of the United States that is actually in fear of a thing they have made up in their head because they've never actually seen it. Black people never rose up to violence like that for them. Like that. It's never been no Tulsa. Like you ain't never heard, oh, Seattle got burned to the ground. Right? We ain't like drowned an entire city and made it to a lake. Like that, they're diabolical, and they just assume that if black people had that power, we too would be as diabolical. We've literally just been telling y'all, hey, could y'all just stay over there and we'll stay over here?
Could you not?
Could you just? And they're like, no, you need us. And that's the other thing is like, there's a section of white people that need that. If they don't feel needed, then they don't feel like they are like have value. We always gonna be in need because ain't nobody ain't gonna steal from black culture or black people. It's never gonna happen. We would like to know what it feels to not be needed. That'd be a great plan, but it ain't happening. So we not gonna do it, right? And most people of color are in the same realm. That we will always need, you know, however you see, we always need to be inspired by other cultures. And I'm saying like whiteness is an issue. Irish culture, lit as hell. Scottish culture, lit as hell.
Scottish.
Italians.
Oh no, Irish. I get them confused. Irish.
Spanish.
You said I'm some version of white in
there
there.
are cultures that are dope as hell that has nothing tied to their whiteness. They just so happen to be white. I think that Germans in October drinking a whole fucking gallon of beer, that's dope that your liver can do that. That's what's up. Oktoberfest look lit as hell. It look amazing, but that don't have nothing to do with they because they white. It's because they cultivated a culture within themselves, and that is the problem with America is that white Americans have not figured out how to build a culture that does not hinge on hating something else or hinge on the labor or force of someone else. And they're still trying to figure that out. They're trying to create that, but we here now, and everybody else is here now, and you don't have the well, we're just homogenous and we're like Sweden's have a dope culture, but also like Sweden is the most homogenous as race of people ever, right?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't let black people get master's degrees. We get smart and understand shit.
Something that I've talked about a lot in the anti-racist trainings that I used to do is I don't think white Americans realize that white supremacy has robbed them of their culture also.
That's good.
It's just a complete disillusionment when it comes to their own cultures because all they know is I'm white and I'm American and I have this betterness about ourselves, and they don't understand that by ostracizing themselves from their roots, they are robbing themselves of their culture also. And now they got hot dogs and casserole.
I'm telling you, when they decided to become white, because there was think about the Great Migration of people coming into New York, right? That's the whole story. Is that they had Irish people and German people and Italians, and they created their own sections of New York, and that's where the gangs of New York came from. And then when they decided to be white, then they lost all of that.
Yeah.
Right. And there's some people. I mean, Irish will be Irish to the day they died. I don't care. My friend Kevin Burke, love him very much. Hopefully, we get to his home. He is Irish to the day he dies.
Mint chocolate.
And living me, it was me, Ariana Brown, and Kevin, and we lived together for like 2 years. It's probably one of the best experiences I had in my life. I learned so much about Irish culture, and I am appreciative of the culture of Ireland and how much the adversity they've got to go through, like potato famines, coming to America, being really discriminated against just as much as black people. They weren't like in slavery, but I mean, indentured servitude.
The sign said
the sign said no Irish. The sign said no Irish. Something that my friend Zay said her dad would say that Irish people are black people from the inside out. He said the N word, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't want us to get in trouble. but he said Irish people are black people on the inside out. And I said that is the most brilliant way to describe them. I love whiskey. Listen, whoever could make whiskey, God bless you. God bless you. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, I'm being
Fireball.
facetious, but yeah. So that is happening. Election season is here. If you did not want us to talk about politics, it's wild because we're all poets and there's no way that that's gonna happen. Um, and I'm not saying I'm a Democrat. I'm saying that's just the best candidate. If
Yeah,
I
I'm
only
not.
have two options,
I most assuredly is not a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat. I would not say that I am. I would say that I'm going to, and I decided that when W. Bush was president, the second time around, I said I am for neither one of these parties, but I'm just gonna have to pick the one that I feel like will not hurt me. That is what I did.
Will hurt me the least.
Hurt me the least, and I feel like this. Look, Kamala, you couldn't have picked a better white man. One, he is from the middle of Midwest.
He is the Minnesota like every dad.
He's the Minnesota every dad.
He was a football coach.
Yep.
Like he had just like every single, like his demeanor, his actions, like the things that he's done in office, like he's like the stepdad that you can't help but love. Like
what did it for me is the story about how the gay students came to him and was like, hey, we want to start a club. And he volunteered to be faculty advisor for the Gay Straight Alliance in the damn middle of the country.
Yeah.
During a time where, yes, before the evolution started.
Well,
I don't know.
also
Try not to stay woke.
The insults that like the I don't know, the people were saying about calling him like Tampon Tim because he fought to get tampons for people who desperately needed that. I'm like, that's not an insult. That's not an insult at all. That's like a badge of honor. Like,
yeah.
You should.
He got them in all the bathrooms instead of just the women's bathrooms. Like, I don't know what the hiccup is. I don't know why we need them in the boys' bathroom, but who cares? The girls got access to them. The humans who are going to need them will be able to access them no matter what door they go into.
Maybe somebody's boyfriend was going to get tampons for them because it's in the other bathroom and they full because we ain't got them. We don't need them. This man, not only is he like a football coach, he was a teacher. He taught social studies. The reason why he joined Congress and the reason why he even ran is because his students went to a W. Bush campaign thing. A couple of his kids had Kerry's sticker, and they were like, no, those kids can't come in here. And he was like, no, I'm their teacher. And then he was like, well, you can't come in here. And he had a physical altercation with these people over his kids. He said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and run for Congress. His students encouraged him to run for Congress.
Yep. And that's why he put in his retirement papers, because he couldn't be in the military. Well, he could, but then he'd run into problems with the Hatch Act. And the Hatch Act means that so a soldier cannot publicly speak on political events while representing the military. So if I go out, I can't be in uniform, and I have to be careful so I'm not representing the U.S. military and saying something political. So in order to avoid that, he was like, look, I did 24 years here. Let me go do some time over here. So still, even though he wasn't on the battlefield, he's still serving his country.
Absolutely. Yeah. National Guard is disrespected as any other branch of service, because a lot of these, like the Katrina, a lot of our families would have lost their lives if it wasn't for the National Guard. So I have much respect for that branch of government.
I came across a post the other day, and at first I hearted it because, let me read it. It says, I knew next to nothing about Tim Walz before this week and listened to several interviews, podcasts, did research. He is no moderate and no uniter. In fact, you would be hard-pressed to find a more extreme progressive running mate. He is a Trojan horse with a red state accent. I read that and I was like, heart! Fucking Meghan McCain. I was like, is this supposed to be bad?
Bad.
I like all of this.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that was supposed to be negative. He is a Trojan horse with a red state accent. Baby, that's a bar.
Pins across the board. Pins across. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do.
So Michael, what do you think?
Now I'm just excited. I actually thought it was gonna be Mark Kelly. So whatever. But
I was rooting for Kelly because I knew more about him.
Yeah. But I like the pick. I really felt like this thing was over once Biden dropped out. Just to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, I agree.
The pick of JD Vance is probably the worst political move. I thought Trump was trying to sabotage his own campaign, to be honest.
I thought he was trying to sabotage himself the first time he ran.
I think he was.
You know what? Have y'all? I don't know if y'all watched South Park, but they did this whole thing on Trump, and it was basically like he was trying to lose, but the more he tried to lose, the more people were supporting him, and it feels like.
Oh, he done caught the Tova.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Dave caught the Tova too.
Oh no! What did I do? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Damn it, Tova! We can't never have nice things.
It's the COVID and the technology.
It's Tova 20. It's Tova 24.
They coming back. Maybe they stuff died.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know what that means, but. It could have happened. Oh man. Well, he gonna come back and he gonna tell us his stuff. Well, right now.
Hey, you know what's cute? Hey, you know what was cute? Tova thought we was gonna have a whole hour to listen to poems.
I forgot.
We 45 minutes in.
I'm so sorry. We're 40
Hey, Mr. Dave.
Hey, your battery died? What happened?
Mine? No, I was still going. Everyone else's screens had frozen. So I was just talking to the...
Oh, you were gone.
I don't know.
You were gone.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful house, sir.
Oh, yeah, it's not mine. It's you like the piano?
I was like, you at Chris' I didn't know this was oh, man. Mike, we lost you. You all right, man?
I'm back in there.
Did it die? What happened?
You were saying something profound. I know you were.
It was.
South Park.
Yeah, we got South Park. He was trying to lose.
Yeah. So I really don't feel like he's trying to win. I didn't feel like he was trying to win at any point in this.
He is now. He absolutely is now, because that's how he stays out of legal trouble.
Jail. He trying to stay out of jail.
With the charges that are against him, I doubt he'll go to jail, but he wants to be president so he can dodge all the money that he owes.
Sign some official acts pardoning himself.
Yeah. Like, he's been owing money for the last 50 years. I don't think he's worried about owing money just because I don't think he takes that seriously.
Well, individual, like personal loans or like debtor problems are not what he's facing now. Now there are legal ramifications for him not paying the debts that he owes. So,
I mean, that has been true since the 80s.
Yeah, I think there's 32. There are 34 felony counts that he has.
And that's just what he's currently convicted of. He's still got a lot more to go.
He got 3 more of them to go. He can stall in Atlanta for all he wants to, and as long as there's breath in that woman's body down there, she will try him. What's the one he put on trial, and then she had to break up with her boyfriend?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Now she's pissed.
She broke up with her man to get to that.
with her man, and that was a wild testimony. I don't know if you ever saw that, but like that is the woman that I would be fearful of if I had to work for her. Like, please, Lord, don't make no mistakes. I don't know if I can make it. I don't think she'd fire you. She just read you to filth like Devil Wears Prada, and then you got to go cry at the coffee brew. He's like, I thought I had proofread that good, but I did. It's just told
Part of
me.
that movie when she doesn't say nothing, she just looks down at her shoes.
That is all.
So welcome to Awesome Poetry Slam podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
We've
joining
been
us.
having we've been derailed on some political conversation because it's important and we need to have these conversations. I'm
Tis
Christopher
true.
Michael. It's Tova Charles. This is Rachel Zuniga. That's Michael Hatcher, and that is Mr. Dave.
Mr. Dave. Okay,
Ba, ba,
so
ba, ba.
we are gonna get into. We got 6 more minutes. So we're gonna get into some poems, but I think that like doing some poems. One, the group piece competition is coming up soon. The Texas Two Step. It's November 13th. Please make sure you register. It's $100. There's $1,000 worth of prizes. Please do that. And I also realized like a lot of people don't know what group pieces are. So we have a couple of examples for you. Some that we brought out, and I'm gonna let the person that recommended. We were all given a homework assignment to bring poets to the space. Rachel did not, but we're gonna still let her live because she just got here and we love her very much. Um, but next time she gonna give you some poems. She gonna give you at least one link of a poem. We got like 10 on here. We're not gonna get through all of them, obviously. But Christopher Michael, take it away
So
about this.
this is called The Broem by Kevin Burke and Good Goes Bill. And you said, bring your favorite poem. And there's a lot of good poems out there, a lot of good poems. But when you said that, in the moment that you said bring your favorite poems, it occurred to me, this is probably my favorite poem.
Mm.
Definitely my favorite group piece. It's so expertly written and it tugs at me emotionally. I play this poem when I do writing workshops at high schools and junior high schools. This poem almost always gets played. So go ahead,
Oh,
Mr. Charles, take it away.
Don't forget to mute
well,
yourself.
okay. Hold on. Before I can't do that. All right, so we are going to play now Kevin Burke and Mr. Good Ghost Bill the Broem, and it is performed at Austin Poetry Slam. I don't remember what year this is, but like it's when we were at the White House. I clicked on y'all pray for me. Hold on.
Well, that was anticlimactic. There's no sound, Miss Charles.
If you're listening on headphones, we won't be able to hear it.
Sorry, can you hear now?
No. We know it works because we did it last week.
Before I got kicked out 7 times, but I had this stuff all figured out. Jeez Louise. Okay, hold on. We're gonna
We
present
know it, this folks.
screen. You're hearing it. You're seeing it live, people. Okay, there we go. Let's
Booyaka.
hopefully it works.
Bruh, bro 'em? Broke. When we say bro, it's not just some colloquial term. We just bro around like.
Brola, ami bros. No, bros are more than friends.
It's a covenant.
Like your bros are your bros more than your bros are, bro. Check it out. It's like Hans Brolo and Broby-Wan Kenobi selling to the Cos Bros and the Brolinium Falcon with their lightsabers and their sidekicks. C3P bro and R2 dude bro. Check it. Step 1 to being a professional bro. Take notes, y'all.
Slap on some bro loan.
Old Spice, baby.
Present your potential bro with a brocade of red roses and potato chips.
Or a rotisserie chicken.
Broasting broly, rotating bro over a broken fire.
Step 2. Hang out with your bro.
You know, like
Watch football.
eat steak.
Discuss the merits of different power tools.
Watch football.
Eat steaks.
Discuss the importance of boobies.
Or get one of those like 2-person paddle boats that's in the shape of a swan and just ride it around and talk about feelings. What? Step 3, write broetry. Bros before pros, bro. Step 4, be strong for your bro like the Holy Roman Empire.
A reading from the Broly Bible in the Book of Bro.
Thou shalt be a bro for your bro when he becomes broken.
When that last hole puncher of a girl beat her circle into my chest, I said, I don't want to see you right now. Don't bother me.
I'm going to pick at this pretty wound.
Call me in a week. 10 minutes later, you were knocking at my door with a mouthful of mortar, you bricklayer.
You filled the empty spots with
Half a Supreme pizza.
the original Star Wars trilogy on DVD.
And a well-timed,
She's not the droid you're looking for.
It'll be okay.
Now quit whining and watch Han Solo be a badass.
Help me be okay.
When I drank myself under the table, you were the kitchen floor.
When I apologized my Valentine's Day into the toilet, you're the bread, glass of water, and birthday candles.
When that deer jumped into my headlights in the shape of an eviction notice.
You were the soft futon mattress ditch. You gave me a safe place to crash.
When I sewed my fist through the living room wall.
You put 2 more holes in it for good measure, just so it wouldn't feel so dumb for hurting my hand. You were the ace bandage around the sprained I love you in my throat.
You were the
Doesn't matter
behind every what the fuck that climbed its way from my bloody bottom lip.
When my heart went sick.
You were the vitamin C. I told you.
You'll grow out of this.
Like a fucking 6 foot tall orange. Bruised, but brushing her crop dust off.
You were like a nice, tall glass of
Bro J, which kind of sounds like Blow J, bro.
bro.
Cause bro, we're bros. We're all bros.
We share the same vocabulary.
Dude, you're like Brobocop.
A Brobama.
Brosidon,
King of the Broshin.
Brodicius.
Edgar Allan Bro.
Brothetto.
Pokemon. Bro, my God. You're broing my mind.
That was
Broetic.
just goes to show.
Next time you're feeling bronly,
Remember,
your bros
are your bros.
on your bros are
Bro.
Cold Bro Strike.
That poem does it for me every time.
That poem is hilarious.
I love it.
I wonder if they did the poem if they did it this year, if they did it during this era, instead of saying Brobama, would they say Bromala?
Bromala, absolutely.
That's dope.
The beauty of that poem is they really are like best friends.
Yeah.
And so they were sitting around one day and they were just like, how many words can we throw bro in? Wow. I love that poem, man. It's like the best version of what a group piece could be because you just are friends and y'all write poems.
Yeah.
I am going to go out on a limb and say that poem is flawless.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't feel like there's, and you know, I'm a very critical individual. I am a
You
poetry snob.
You are.
I don't think there's anything I can do to make that poem better.
Oh
I
no, it's definitely
did practice multiple times, and they were like, "Can you give us feedback?" And I was like,
10.
Yeah.
"Don't get a time penalty."
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
section of that poem also that is like, where he says, "When you have bros and you make bro ice cream and you talk about your feelings," that whole part changes every time. It never was the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, to like have improv in there as well. Kevin has improv background. He has got his bachelor's in film, so just a lot of influence from both.
But now he's a firefighter.
Now he's a firefighter. He's actually a firefighter supervisor. He doesn't even like go fight
Yeah.
fires anymore. He
Oh.
trains other firefighters now, and he's also in his master's program. So shout out to people getting all the degrees.
Graduate degrees.
We're gonna get to probably 2 more poems, maybe. But I definitely want to do this one. Michael Hatcher, this is a poem from you. Please take it away about this poem.
Okay, so this poem is called "The King and I." So the dude that really kind of worked with me and taught me kind of how to write, taught the whole Dallas-Fort Worth area how to write, is a man named Christopher Kendall Woodson, also known as Chris Key. He's probably one of the best writers that I've ever met, if not the best writer, in my opinion. And it's really weird because the dude is like a genius. He doesn't really read a lot of books or like study the craft like some. It just comes natural to him. And anybody who spent time with Chris, whether that was Rage, Giselle, Madden, some of the biggest poets in the DFW, there's an element of Chris that you could hear in their writing. So anytime anybody asks me about Chris Key, I have nothing but love for him and good things to say about him. And this poem is about Martin Luther King and the bullet that eventually killed him, and the lifespan of both and how they move closer together throughout the lifespan.
All right. Well, I would say with further ado, but I want to it's going to come up, guys. Just hold on.
A bison, a bear, even a deer, civil rights activist. A 30 caliber bullet from 5,000 yards moves at the speed of you'll never see me coming.
I never saw him coming.
My body was a tube of potential, a thin brass cylinder hoping to be a big bang, an alloy, searching for an ally. My father, copper, my mother, zinc. These are the things that I come from.
My father, the son of sharecroppers. My mother raised in the church, an 8-year courtship before they would wed, true Southern royalty. And these are the things that I come from. My folks were salt of the earth types, the minerals that make me a man. It matters where you come from. Where you come from will shape your head. Where you come from determines the mark you make, how impactful you can be.
Born at 85 millimeters, I only weighed 150 grams.
15 years old, Morehouse College became more home than my own black skin.
I had a bottleneck with a soft
I
head.
had a bottleneck with a hard head.
As a child, I believed I could fly. Smaller shells laughed at my 30 caliber stature, but they didn't know my aim.
5'6", 150 pounds. At 26 years old, I had more degrees than a protractor. My mind is cocked and loaded. I am ready. Goliath, beware. There is more sting in the caress of one precisely placed projectile than in a barrage of misdirected men with megaphone throats.
I have a purpose.
I have a plan.
That give me something to shoot for.
God's will be done. January 15, 1929, I was born a king.
April 4th, 1968. I was destined to be the jewel in his crown.
See, when you have a dream,
nightmares are not out of the question.
Not out of the question.
Have you ever seen a missile launcher have a miscarriage? Me neither. Men have made an art form of gunning for the gunner, but no one blames the bullet for the bang. The headlines read James Earl Ray when it should have said 30-06.
A tree falls in the forest and the whole world is watching. The sound rips front page print into a deafening confetti. It's a good thing the kingdoms don't die with kings.
When I got too big for my box,
I've been to the mountaintop.
I moved and made residence in a 4-story roof.
Tell Coretta a Full Metal Jacket would not have saved me. They were always aiming for my crown.
April 4th,
April 4th,
1968. I had a blind date.
A blind date.
With the bullseye.
With the bullet. There will be a photograph of a crumpled king.
All the king's men settling like black fog around his Humpty Dumpty head.
A pool of life erupting from the gas in my crown. I can taste the gunpowder. The buses.
The gunpowder.
The marches.
The gunpowder.
The back of the bus.
The gunpowder.
The bombings. The gunpowder.
The commotion.
The calamity.
Chaos.
The kill.
30 caliber.
The dream and the prayer.
Any distance.
The fall of a king will always move at the speed
of you'll never see me coming.
I never saw him coming.
Made my bed in a Remington Model 760 rifle.
And waited for God to call my name.
The prophecy is complete.
But have you ever asked yourself,
who knew to be there?
Waiting and ready
with the camera.
Ooh, I'm pretty sure I was in that audience.
I've never seen that poem. That's
I'm pretty sure I was there.
My God.
That was so good.
Crazy.
And let me
Jesus.
no, I didn't mean to be disrespectful to Awaji Johnson. He's also one of the coldest
Awaji is
poets from
there.
DFW. So Awaji, badass writer too, great artist.
The only reason I gave that a 9.5 and not a 10 is because of the choreography.
The
If he was
blocking.
supposed to be the bullet, then I would have had him like hold his hand or his finger up the entire time. So like when he gets to the other end, he could like poke him in the head, so he could somehow give a better
Projectile of the bullet.
a better example of the bullet moving across the mics to make sure that people knew that that's what's happening. But the writing, the writing kept escalating as far as quality. It was good.
Well, also there was something so haunting about the lines where like they started together and then they ended on different notes. Like
that has to be so hard to do.
Absolutely.
Like when
like
it's memorized to not end up saying it at the same time.
Yeah.
So there was so when there was when I was on the APS team, the Austin Poetry Slam team in 2005, I think. There were two women who did a poem together, and they were saying two different things, but their lines intertwined with each other. And from that point on, every team that I was on or that I coached, I made them write a poem similar to that, where the words intertwined like that.
Oh, that reminds me of like Queen Pen's poem and Michelle.
Yep.
Michelle. It was like a
Mama poem.
Yeah, Mama.
Yes, that was one of them. That was one of them. Me and Shake's Jump poem.
The jump poem is good. Yeah, I'd say same concept. And there was another one that you were in.
Me and Jomar.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
same concept. At least that was what I was attempting to do when he wrote it.
Well, next time we will do. We got through two, and I want to honor our time here and make sure that we get some more stuff for next time. But everyone, thank you so much for coming, for watching during the replay. Thank you so much for the replay gang, for participating and watching us. We really love you guys. Thank you. We would not do this without y'all. And this is just a fun time for us to talk. It's not have to be poeming all the time. Church announcements. Every Wednesday we are at Alamo Draft House in Mueller. Shout out to Alamo Draft House. Shout out to the family there. They have been great. Shout out to Steve-O. Steve-O was not at the slam last week, or this week because he was coming back from Florida. But we did shout him out, so I'm gonna shout him out here too. Steve-O, our bartender, he's the best. Any other church announcements?
Monday, the Vortex, 8:00. We will be having an open mic. Every word poetry. Jasmine Games will be hosting, so it's going to be a fun night. Please come out and support.
The Vortex on Manor in Austin, Texas.
You get so
2307.
People are watching this around the world. You got to be specific. You can't just talk to us.
I appreciate you. See, that's why.
So speaking of Austin, Texas, we are having the Austin Pride Slam on Wednesday at the Barrel of Fun in Alamo Draft House, Mueller.
1911 Aldridge.
1911 Aldridge.
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
78723.
Zip code.
Just about to get the zip code.
Baby. Yeah, I mean, I heard there's like you got to sign up online to be on that list at Every Word. Is that real, or can I just show up and be
I mean,
there?
you can show up because you told me, but everybody else probably needs to sign up.
Yeah, we got the list for everybody.
As soon as I get a Monday out, baby, I'm in there. Also, it has to not be 7,000 degrees, but I'm in there.
Yes, I am coming, but
October. Woo, baby. I'm gonna step up out there with that letter. I'm gonna bring my letters.
I got medical conditions. I can't be out in the heat.
Got you.
They tried to put us in that heat at Spider House, and we was like, no, thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you for so much for bringing us to the space, but no.
To be fair, I did think it was going to be a lot worse than it was. They do have like overhangs. They have misting.
Oh, okay.
They have
even that the time that I went, it was not bad at all.
I was kind of shocked.
What about the mosquitoes?
They have spray, and I haven't gotten bitten once.
Okay, all right. Dave done sold me.
So we got him.
Got him.
Got him. Well, it'll be an honor to have you there, sir.
Let me get out there while I don't have no school.
All right, well, I got to get off because the kid needs things. I love
FTK.
you guys. Oh,
FTK.
do you have, Chris, do you have announcements?
Visit 310brownstreet.com and get you some poetry books. There is a big slam coming up in Killeen, Texas. I think it's August 31st. Go to Killeen.
It's 24th.
24th. I'm in it. Don't even know. It's the 24th. How about you just find me at Mr. Michael 310 on the Instagram, and there's a poster there. How about that?
Oh yeah. Also, we are us every word, and there's some other great.
Riches on Tuesday.
No, it's not Mitch's.
Riches.
It's
no,
at the
Yvonne Art House. They're gonna have to come on the show. I'm not promoting everybody and their mama.
It's at the Vortex.
It's at the Vortex off of Main Street in Austin, Texas. We will be there August 15th. I'm in a panel before the performances, and then none other than our awesome Poetry Slam Truth is going to be performing. Also, Every Word is going to be performing there. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good show. I have to go take care of kids. I love you all. I will see y'all on Wednesdays. Bye.